Welcome everyone. Welcome Zed. So tonight is our 8th week of this Learning to Meditate series, where we go to the basics of what is Sahaja Yoga and try to develop our silence for meditating and get beyond our thoughts and thinking. And so what we thought we'd do tonight is introduce this map here, which is, so we're busy normally journeying outside. So this Sahaja Yoga journey is inside, and we have a whole subtle system which is pretty much the roots of our activity and our life. So I thought I'd introduce that to everyone, and we will have a talk a little bit after that from the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, who you see in the photograph, and she'll explain it a little bit more. But just as a bit of an introduction, I'll introduce you to the map of our subtle energy system, which is our inside being. So we've got this chart here. There are 7 centres, and we're about here currently at this brain centre. So there's lots of brain activity going on. We've got a couple of channels here. So this left one represents our past and our emotions. The right one represents our action, our futuristic part of our nature. And in the centre here is the present. So that's where we're trying to be in meditation. And the wonderful thing about Sahaja Yoga meditation is that you're awakening your own inner power. And the hypothesis, of course, is that within all of us, residing in this sacrum bone, is our Kundalini energy, which is our spiritual energy, which is a mothering energy of Mother Nature, of the divine, that's residing in the sacrum bone, waiting for us to ask her to awaken. So what we'll do in a minute is ask for that energy to be awakened. And when our own Kundalini Mother is awakened, she automatically takes us through our central nervous system, the parasympathetic, responsible for all our automatic activities, our breathing, our evolution, basically. And she will automatically take us through all of those chakras or energy centres up to the 7th one above our thinking brain and connect us to that all-pervading energy. So that's the hypothesis, and what you'll try today, Zed, to do. We won't talk too much about it. Once you get that connection, you become conscious of yourself and where you are in your life, whether you're more emotional, thinking of the past all the time, or you're more planning the future and very active. So the more active we get, the less in touch with the emotional side we get. So we try to bring ourselves into balance, which happens automatically when we awaken that energy within us. Any questions about that hypothesis? So what we'll do is we've got a... more of an exercise, a thinking exercise? It was more like opening up your heart. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. All right, well, let's...
the heart will play its role.
The heart
too
will play a role, because in our heart resides our spirit. And so when we awaken our spiritual energy, we connect to our spirit and then collect to that all-pervading energy of divine. So that's... Great. Okay. Great.
Great.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do.
Yep, that's what we like to do.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go through that process, first of all, of awakening that energy, and then we'll move on from there. So your Kundalini energy residing within you will awaken with your request and desire. So that's all you need to do. So to do that, we use our hands, and I mentioned the two channels, the left and the right. So we use our right hand on our left side. So it's our pure desire we're awakening. We'll be taking our hand on the various energy centers, our heart. We'll then go to the top of our stomach, under the rib cage. We'll take our hand to the hip area. Then we'll come back up to the top of the stomach, back to the heart. We'll go to the neck, to the forehead, and then ultimately on the top of our head. So it's asking our divine nature within us to awaken. So just sitting comfortably, and even if you've done this before, those online who may have done this before, it'll establish that realization the more times you do it. You can never do it too many times. So this first time is with the affirmations and the questions, and the future times we'll do it, we'll show you the shorter version. So just sitting relaxed. You can allow your eyes to close when you feel comfortable. Take your attention inside to your breath. And let's take our right hand onto our heart. And the question we have, this fundamental question, is who am I? Am I this body, this mind, the emotions, the dreams? Who am I? Taking our hand down to the upper part of our stomach, just under the rib, the last rib there, top part of your stomach. The question we're asking to our higher self within us, am I my own master? Am I my own master? Down to that hip area, so just where the body and the leg join, just push your fingers into there, feet flat on the floor. Your left hand is open on your lap, of course. So just at this hip area, we're asking our Kundalini mothering energy, Kundalini, Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge of my true self. Please give me the pure knowledge of myself. So this is your own Kundalini. And from your heart, you're asking her to awaken and give you your own truth. She's been waiting for you to ask. And immediately she rises up. And coming back up to the top of your stomach, your right hand is on the top part of your stomach. As your own truth, your pure knowledge is now awakening, you can confirm now that I am my own master. Just affirm that a few times. I am my own master. Coming up to your heart, I am the pure spirit. This is my eternal nature. I am the spirit. Now, as our Mother Kundalini rises up through our central nervous system, one of the things that constricts and makes that passage a bit narrow is feeling guilty about things. So unfortunately, it is a bit of a habit to feel guilty, because basically we want to be good people. But we don't need to feel guilty because we're forgiven of everything and we are the spirit. So let's come up to the neck area, just turning your head a little to the right. You can grab that neck area with your right hand and just affirm, Mother, I'm not guilty. Just take out all that guilt. Unnecessarily, we store things here. Mother Kundalini, I'm not guilty. A few more times, really from your heart, affirm, I'm not guilty. A few more times, I'm not guilty. And now coming up to the energy center at the forehead, just rest your forehead in the palm. You can just tip it forward a little bit into the palm of your hand, holding it on either side with your thumb and your fingers. And here, just to release this center, any constriction here, the feeling is of forgiveness. So we'll say, Mother, I forgive everyone. No need to think of anything in particular, but whatever's happened, it's all in the past and I forgive. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. Mother Kundalini, I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. And importantly, I forgive myself. And let's just clear this a little more from the reverse. So we'll tip our head up and take the palm behind your head. So here, just to take out anything we unnecessarily feel we've done wrong. If I've made any mistakes that I know of, that I don't know of, against my spirit, please forgive me. Mother, if I have made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. And let's come up to the top of our head, stretching the palm, the fingers back, take the center of the palm and push it down onto the center of the top of your head. So that is the fontanelle bone area that would have been soft when you were a baby. And just pushing down that center of your palm on the center of the top of your head. Moving the scalp a little, you can bring your head a little bit tilted forward so it's easier to do. You're moving your scalp in a clockwise direction. So it's going to the left, forward, to the right, and that's the clockwise direction. And here, just while you're rotating there, you can say inside yourself, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please establish my self-realization. Really desiring from your heart to have that connection with the all-pervading energy of divine, your self-realization. Please give me, please establish my self-realization. And then just raise the hand up a little bit. And you might start to feel a gentle flow on the palm of your hand from the top of your head. Sometimes it's up quite high, sometimes it's quite close. Initially it's just a little puff, and it might be warm as the Kundalini mother is clearing the channel out. Try with the other hand, just bring that hand, that right hand, open on your lap. Take the left hand, bring it close, take it up a little higher. You can move it side to side a bit and try to feel a very subtle puff of vibrations coming. And keeping your attention up there, just bring both hands open on your lap and just feel that flow on the top of your head. Just see how you're feeling on the top of your head, inside yourself, in the palms of your hands. That experience you can feel in different ways. So just be aware of the difference, how you're feeling. Try not to think about it. And just slowly opening your eyes. We'll come back to this meditation in a moment. But just to finish off this first, establishing our self-realization, we'll use our hands to do exactly what we've just done with our hands and making the affirmations. And how you will now raise your Kundalini at home when you try it is our left hand of desire raises up and our right hand of action winds around. This is probably the only routine we have in our meditation, that we raise our energy up, and our desire is to keep our attention up there on the Sahasrara, the seventh energy center.
So it's going out. That's it. Bring it out.
So the left hand's going up and the right hand is going over the top and forwards. Perfect. And a second time we'll tie 2 knots. It's nice and slow you're doing that, Zed. Excellent. And then a third time, very good to do it with your attention and feeling what you're doing. And now 3 knots for the 3 channels. And that feeling you're feeling now in your hands, in your body, we're going to then protect ourselves with that energy, with the vibrations. So you're increased your subtlety and your perception. So you want to protect that and keep it fully vibrated. So with those vibrations in your hands, starting from the left side, we're going to put a rainbow of vibrations over our entire subtle system, and over and back 7 times. So we go over the top of our head and then come back over the top of our head. And there's 7 energy centers or chakras, so that's why we'll do 7 of them. 7 over and backs. Very nice energy you've got there, Zed, doing it. Very nice. And even then you can feel an increase in your meditative state. Raj, I'll just say that we have a breakout room for you with Chaitanya very soon. We'll probably send you for your one-on-one very soon, but we've got a short excerpt from a public program with the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, which we'll play for you all, and then we'll progress further and give you your one-on-one session, Raj, with Chaitanya. So bear with me for the technicalities. There it is. I'll just bring it out. Make it big for everyone to watch here. Put that away somewhere.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, you have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot change it, we cannot transform it, and we cannot conceptualize it. Also, unfortunately, at this human awareness, we cannot feel the truth. So something has to be done, something has to work out in our human awareness, in the evolutionary process. We have become human beings from amoeba. How did we become? And if we are human beings, have we reached the absolute state? We have not. If we had reached the absolute state, then there would have been no problems. Because everybody would have seen the same thing, would have understood the same thing, and felt the same thing. But because we are living in a relative world, we have all these problems. As it is, most of the problems are created by human beings. If you see ecological problems, if you see economic problems, political problems, physical problems, mental problems, family problems, all of them are related to human beings. So we have gone wrong somewhere. There's something that's a missing point which we have not realized. The advancements we have made in our civilization, say in science, has reached such a stage that we had to create an atom bomb, hydrogen bomb. So all these mental efforts we have put in also boomerang on us and create our destruction. In every way, we get frustrated and we start seeking, what's the matter? Then we turn to religion and we find in religion also, it's just words, words and words. Whatever is written in the Bible, same about written in Quran if you read it, or Dhammapad or Gita, everywhere is about just the same. There's not much of a change. But still, you may follow any religion, so-called following I would say, still, a human being belonging to any religion can commit any sin. Any sin. There's no binding force on him of that religion. Why is it all these great religions which were created by great incarnations and great prophets have taken such a deviated path, and why we have not been able to achieve whatever they have promised to us? What is the reason why we could not achieve that? What has gone wrong? If you read Quran, you'll be amazed. The description of what was the vision of Muhammad Sahib is far away from the Muslims as they are. Same about Christians we can say. When Christ has said, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes, difficult to find Christians who don't have. In this way, we have to realize on one side whatever mental efforts we are putting, or on the other side, whatever physical or emotional efforts we have put in, have come back to us destroying us. We can see the result very clearly. Why all these problems are there? Still we adhere to something which is not reality. We go on clinging to it because perhaps we are born like that, perhaps we think that that's we have done now all our lives, so why give up? And the forefathers have done the same, you are doing the same. But now a new category of very honest people are there in this world who are seeking beyond. William Blake has called them men of God. Those who will seek the truth, and they will make other people also godly. That's the time has come, this resurrection time has come, we should say, or this is the last judgment. This last judgment is going to be done by this Kundalini, the power within you. This is your own power, which has to be awakened. And once it is awakened, it passes through these centers as told to you and lets you know that these are your problems. These are the problems of your chakras. They may be physical, they may be emotional, could be also spiritual. And once you know these problems, and if you know how to solve these problems, you can be a very normal, sensible, balanced personality. That's not the only thing that happens when you get your self-realization. Firstly, what happens to you is that when the Kundalini passes through your Agya Chakra, then you become thoughtlessly aware. If you see all the sciences they have created after religion, about religion, the talks and the whole thing is just mental. It's not inside, it's not innate, built within. So one thought rises, another thought falls, another thought rises and falls down. Some come from the future, some come from the past. And we are jumping on the cusp of these thoughts. But if you say, no, this is the present, stop your mind at this stop point, which is the present. You can't. You just can't do it. Between these thoughts, there is a gap. This gap is the present, but it's so small that you cannot find it. But when the Kundalini passes through this center, then these two institutions, as you see them, the conditioning and the ego, are just sucked in. As a result, you become thoughtlessly aware. Means there is no thought, but you are absolutely aware, very much more aware. For example, if you look at this beautiful hall without thoughtless awareness, with the thoughtless awareness, then the whole picture becomes like a photo in your mind. Whole thing is stored up into every detail so clearly. Because present is the truth. Past is finished and future doesn't exist.
So we'll stop it there for now, and we might take our meditation a little further, because feeling that thoughtlessness is the first stage, and now we become conscious of all our centres, and we become conscious of the centres of others as well. So Gulshan, you might like to take us through a deepening, balancing of our meditation?
Right. So Zed...
while you talk about that, Raj, I'll just give you your breakout room.
All right.
Carry on.
So we'll ignore Lynn for a moment while she does her thing. So you've got your realization, and you've got the connection of the mothering energy, the Kundalini within you. Now, when we go home, the idea is to strengthen her. And the way one can allow that to happen is by allowing the Kundalini to come up to the top of her head, which is the top chakra, which has just been opened up for us. So when the Kundalini comes up through here, that's when we're connected to the cosmic energy, and then we're able to feel that love of that energy on our fingertips. And as Shri Mataji just mentioned a moment ago, if there's a problem in our chakra, a weakness in a chakra, we do feel it on our fingertips. So that comes up with sensitivity, and also as the Kundalini strengthens, she starts to reflect and show within us which of the chakras are catching or have a weakness. But a very simple, easy clearing and strengthening, which is something you can do at home tonight and every night from now on, is we'll go through that process again of raising a Kundalini, and we'll place ourselves in balance. So by the time you leave tonight, you'll be well versed in this. So raising the Kundalini, left hand rises up slowly, right hand goes out, in and out. And then we tip our head up and we tie a knot on top of our head. And we do that 3 times. Second time, watching your left hand as it comes up. Tip your head up and we tie 2 knots. And the third time, you can bring it up nice and slow to the top of her head, and we tie 3 good strong knots. And then the placing of the bandhan, starting from the left side with our right hand, over the top of your head to the right, and the same motion back. So it's over the head to make sure we're covering up all the chakras. So that's 2. We do that 7 times for the 7 chakras on our subtle system. Great. And we keep our hands open because we're asking to receive the vibrations and to feel it on the palm of a hand And so that's the reason why the hands are held in that position open. Now to clear, as Lynn mentioned, the channels we have, the blue and the yellow, which is the emotional side and the active side. To clean them, it's really easy. To clean the left side, keep the left side in your lap and just drop the right hand towards the earth, because we are going to use the elements to help us cleanse ourselves. Now at that point, you can, if it's easy, watch Shri Mataji's photograph, because her vibrations are exceptionally strong. So the Kundalini responds really effectively. And so watching Shri Mataji's photo, right hand towards the earth. And we just ask the mothering energy within us, Mother Kundalini, to please take away all the weakness, all the heaviness, all the lethargy from my left side. Please let it be released into the earth through the right hand. Mother Kundalini, please take away all the weakness from the left side into the earth. Please nourish the empathy, the desire, and the love in my left side. And as you do that, just see how you feel on your left hand. There might be tingling sensations on your fingertips, and that should settle down. And it's quite strong because we're doing it together collectively here. And also just watch how you feel on top of your head. And now we're going to swap hands. So the right hand comes back in our lap, and the left hand just lift it up from the elbow up. Yeah, that's perfect, Zed. Yeah. So this is to clear the right side. And because we tend to be quite active on our right side and we generate a lot of heat within us, so the idea is to release the heat into the ether with our left hand. And here we ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, our mother, who is waiting anxiously to help us, look after us and nurture us. Mother Kundalini, please take away all the excessive heat, all my worries, all my thinking, especially my excessive thinking about the past and the future. From the right side into the air through the left hand. Mother Kundalini, please settle down my thoughts. Mother Kundalini, please settle down my thoughts and let me feel the calmness within me. And just keeping our attention on our hand, the right hand especially, see how you feel, and on top of your head. Bring our left hand back onto our lap. And a really easy physical way of raising our Kundalini when we're trying to get into meditation is also using our right hand. So just bring it in front of yourself and just raise it along the central channel. Just raise your right hand nice and slow and bring it up to the top of your head. Let's do that 3 times, raising the Mother Kundalini and place it on top of her head. Bring your hand back onto your lap. And just watching how we feel on our hands. If you're feeling a lot of thoughts coming through, there's a really easy way. Let's just place our right hand on our forehead. And as you do that, just tip your head into your hand, lower it a little bit. And with all our heart, and without thinking of anyone in particular, let's just say a couple of times, I forgive everyone. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. And now to strengthen our connection a little bit more, let's just place our right hand, the palm, on top of our head, which is the soft part that the children have. That's the fontanelle bone area, which is where the fountain of the mothering energy, the Kundalini, comes up and pours out of our head. It's a good connection, good pressure on top of your head. And again, try and just rotate the scalp. So starting from your left, bring the hand forward to your right, going back to your left, forward, right and back in that motion. Now we are going to request Mother Kundalini and Shri Mataji, because she is the one who has given us our realization, to please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please strengthen my self-realization. Please let me feel the connection. Please let the love in my heart, in my spirit, be enhanced, be nourished. And please let me feel that connection on top of my head. Keeping our eyes closed, bring your right hand back onto your lap. And now we're going to take our attention back to the top of your head and watching that space. If you do have thoughts coming, let the thoughts come and let them go. Let's not engage with the thoughts. Let's not get the thoughts take us away. So we let the thoughts go. Just let them come, let them go. Take your attention back to the top of your head. Watching the space on top of our head. Keeping your attention on top of your head, just slowly open your eyes. Attention is still on top of our head. And you become aware of your surroundings, But you may notice you're not thinking. Your thoughts have stopped. And that is being in thoughtless awareness. That is the true meditation where we are silent and not captured by our thoughts. And that is the true mental silence within us that we crave for. And it is in this state that the Kundalini rises and strengthens. You may notice some feeling of either cool or tingling or heat sensation on our fingertips or on the hands. We may also notice a little bit of heat that comes out through the top of the head, and it turns into very gentle, cool breath like air on top of our head. I believe is there another talk?
We do have one more on the value of meditation.
Sure. Shall we just finish with raising of Kundalini?
And then we'll
we
just
can go on to the talk?
Yep.
Great. So let's just go through this exercise again.
Once more with
raising. Yep, that's right. To the top of our head 3 times. Do the first time. Second time. And the last one, 3 knots on top of our head. And now we place ourselves in abundance, starting from the left side with our right hand over the top of our head to the right. And then you take your hand back exactly the way you brought it down. That's 1. And we do that 7 times in total. If you have any questions, Zed, we will have that time at the end of the session. So hold your questions. Sometimes Shri Mataji answers them through her talks that she's given. So we try and play those.
Do meditation, many people ask. Don't do anything. To just go into thoughtless awareness. Try to go to the thoughtless awareness. If you can get into that condition of thoughtless awareness, you've done your job. Because that's the point where you are with the truth, with the reality, with the joy, with everything that is so fundamental. When you meditate, try not to make some sort of a function out of it. No. Meditation is something silencing yourself, silencing your thoughts, and going to that deep ocean which is within you itself. But supposing you don't do that, if you don't meditate, I can make out immediately those who are meditating and those who are not. It's not difficult for me. Those who do not meditate are always hesitating. They are confused. They can't understand. And that's why meditation is the most important thing in search. Just like a light burns with the electricity flowing in it, you can say, or by because of the candles. In the same way, meditation is a continuous availability of the divine force. That will reduce all your apprehensions. Not only that, but takes out all the negative thoughts. It takes out all the discouraging things. And when you are meditating like that, thoughtless awareness, then you'll be amazed how you are helped from within and without. It's a terrible power that works, this thoughtless awareness. So those who do not meditate cannot go very much far with the advantage of sadhana. One should try to meditate and go up to the point of thoughtless awareness. So what happens to you? If you are in thoughtless awareness, what happens to you is that you get the confidence, complete confidence of divinity. You know you have that. I have seen children coming from our school in Dharamshala, extremely confident and extremely humble. And I asked them, what do you do? They said, Father, we meditate. We meditate in the school, in the evening, and that meditation helps. Imagine these small children can say that. So why not you also understand it? That meditation will give you security. It will give you a real enlightenment and a complete connection with the divine. Without the connection of the divine, what's the use of doing surgery?
We'll just leave it there. We got carried away with the time. Have I got no sound? Oh, okay. Welcome back, Chaitanya and Raj. Hope you had a nice meditation. We've all had a lovely time. That was very nice, Gulshan, that second meditation. Hope you enjoyed your meditation, Zed. And excellent. So we'll say farewell to everyone online. Unless you have any questions, Raj, of us, feel free. Otherwise, thank you for joining, and also those on YouTube, thank you. We've got another session tomorrow at 9 p.m. from Perth. Otherwise, we'll see you again next Monday.
Thank you, Linji, for organizing this one-on-one session for me. Thanks a lot. And thank you to Chaitanya as well.
Excellent.
Thanks, Raj. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chaitanya. Thanks, Raj.
Bye.
And see you next time.
See you.
Now, Zed, how did you go? Feeling on your hands, within yourself? Oops. Pardon? Oh, I felt it lovely. I'm asking how you felt within yourself. That's good. I'll get. Anna, can you pass me the? Yeah, that's the one. Great. Well, okay. This is what we'll give you. So this just tells you a little bit about meditation. To say them because